big game this Sunday. One of the biggest, if not, of the season. Let's break it down. What is up, Finn fans? Miami Dolphins at home, taking on the Carolina Panthers with Cam Newton. A lot to talk about in this one. We're going to talk about the injury. We're going to talk about 5 things. I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of what I think about this game, who I think will win, all that good stuff. But before we jump into that, today's Black Friday as you're watching this. And over at Backroom Collections, they're doing a Black Friday promo. If you buy 2 or more of their canvases and use the promo code DDW20, you're going to get 20% off of your purchase. Not only that, you get a $10 gift card from them. So depending on, whatever 2 canvases or 2 or more canvases you use, you get a huge discount with the promo code DDW20, 20%, and then you get a $10 gift card. And you see it popping up. They have fantastic artwork, canvas artwork, really good, fine, detailed artwork, like this Dan Marino that I got to hang up. Look at this. It's beauteous. Fine canvas. And they had this in white. And I reached out to them. I said, hey, can you do it in black? I said, yeah, sure. So they work with you. They're very good at what they do. Go over backroomcollections.net. Use the promo code DDW2 when you buy 2 or more canvases. You get yourself 20% off. Let's jump into this. Unfortunately, I do not have a Panthers fan or a Panthers YouTuber that is collabing with me. For one, I am shooting this Thursday night, Thanksgiving night. Everyone is sleeping. I am just full of just all of the foods. I'm just full to the brim. So I'm recording this late Thursday night to get it out to you guys for Friday. So I did not have the opportunity to collab with a Panthers YouTuber. I do know a few, but I didn't have that opportunity. But we're going to do the usual. Look at the injury report first and foremost. And Dolphins didn't practice today for me, because it was Thanksgiving. But they are going to practice Friday, and then we'll find the game status. So you'll probably find the game status of these players while watching this. But all I know is Wednesday, the only ones that didn't participate were Elijah Campbell and Adam Shaheen. Other than that, I'm hearing the guys that were limited were just given a rest. Xavier Howard, Byron Jones got a vet rest day. Javon Holland, Brandon Jones, Landon Roberts, Christian Wilkins, and Trill Williams kind of just rested. Full practice for Jerome Baker, Robert Jones, Eric Rowe, and Preston Williams. And Tua Tagovailoa is not on the injury report with a finger injury anymore, so he seems to be, I'm not going to say 100% because no football player doing this at this point in the season is 100%. And then we'll look at the Carolina Panthers. They only have 3. Miles Hartsfield did not participate. John Miller limited, and Dennis Daly was a full participant. So that's the injury report. For the Dolphins, it doesn't really worry me much for the 2 guys that were banged up. We saw Adam Shaheen in the Jets game kind of hurt his knee, so I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden Hunter Long is available. So Shaheen might get replaced with Hunter Long for this Panthers game, especially home. Now let's look at the 5 things the Dolphins need to do if they want to beat this Carolina Panthers team. Again, it's no specific order, but a lot of times when I'm looking at the opposing team, looking at some stats, kind of seeing how they run things, I start jotting things down. So I got 5 of them for you. First, I have contain Cam Newton. Cam Newton, he's not the same Cam from when he used to be on the Panthers, but that doesn't mean that you can't respect his game. You can't respect the style he plays and make sure it doesn't beat you with it. He came back. He helped the Panthers win their game. And then against Washington, he played pretty decent, but they still lost that game. You got to contain Cam Newton. You can't let him run all over you. You have to keep him in the pocket and have him beat you with his arm, which isn't his strongest point. Not saying he's not a good passer, but he's more of a runner before he is a passer. That's how he beats you. You want to contain him in the pocket. Do what you did to Lamar Jackson. Send the blitz, contain him in the pocket, make him make quick decisions, make him make accurate decisions. And you might be able to pick him off, pick sixes, cause, third down, get him off the field. Just contain him because he's going to be very important in trying to win this game. But he's not the most important thing, and we'll get to that. Number 2 thing that the Dolphins should do, run the ball. Myles Gaskin did pretty well against the run, against the Jets. You know, had a good average run per yard. I know you guys are going to ask me about the running back we picked up in Philip Lindsay. I don't see him playing. I think it's too soon for him to play anyway. So I think, then we have the Giants, then we have a bye. Maybe he'll play the Giants game or after the bye. We'll see. But run the ball. Myles Gaskin, Duke Johnson. It's one good 1-2 combination. I don't know if Ahmed will be available. Patrick Laird. Run the ball. You're doing it very well against the Jets. Continue it. Don't put too much stress on the quarterback. If you don't have to, run the ball. The next thing, and I don't know how I'm going to word it to fit it here, but essentially we need more than just that opening drive, especially on offense. Defense has been doing a solid job, but we need more. Tua Tagovailoa, his opening drives all season and most of his career on the Dolphins have been touchdowns. His opening drive in the second half have mostly been touchdowns. He's very good at that. It's in between those times, right? Tua Tagovailoa's stats in the fourth quarter are ridiculous. He has really good fourth quarter stats. He has really good pocket presence stats. He has really good avoiding the pressure stats, all those things. But after that first drive where we get a touchdown until about the fourth quarter, you need to do more in between that. You need to consistently score, consistently put points on the board, consistently move it like you did that first drive. So we need more than just that opening drive. We need more consistency. We need more of that movement. And I'm not even putting it all on Tua. Because watching the film, sometimes the offensive line lets a free blitzer in. Sometimes, it's a drop pass. Sometimes this. But also sometimes it's Tua missing open guys. The offense in general needs more than just that opening drive with Tua where we score points. Need more. The fourth thing I have on my list of things we need to do to beat this Carolina Panthers team, keep that aggressive defense. I noticed against the Jets there was times where they would convert third and longs and third downs in general, and they would be sending that zero blitz, and then they would only send 3 and drop into zone and just leave someone wide open to convert the third down. Keep the aggression. And I noticed this too. That long touchdown pass that Byron Jones got beat on because he dove for the ball, they didn't send the zero blitz. It looked like they sent the zero blitz because I think they had a single high safety, but it looked like they sent the zero blitz, but they didn't. They actually sent 4 and again dropped some guys back into coverage, which gave Joe Flacco just enough time for the receiver to run the route he did and Byron to not have enough time to stay on top of him. If they actually sent the zero blitz, Joe Flacco would not have had enough time, and I don't think that play happens where Byron Jones gets beat. Keep the aggression. Don't take your foot off the pedal just because you're like, oh, well, we have a lead now. Let's try something different. Keep what's working. Don't change it up. And the fifth and final thing I have that the Miami Dolphins need to do, and this one is probably the most important, you got to stop Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey, in my mind, he is going to be the one that is going to beat the Dolphins. I do not think it's going to be Cam Newton. I think it's going to be Christian McCaffrey. I think we really, really, really have to worry about Christian McCaffrey. Last week against the Washington football team, he had 10 carries for 59 yards, about 5.9 yards a carry. You need to contain him. You need to limit him. You need to, because he's going to get plays, right? You look at Cam Newton in that game too. He had 10 carries for 46 yards. That shows what he does when it comes to his most important thing he does, because he threw for 27 times, but he ran for 10, only 189 yards passing. Again, Christian McCaffrey, 10 carries for 59 yards, 5.9 yards carry. So, and then 7 catches for 60 yards and 1 touchdown. He was also their leading receiver. So not only do we have to worry about Christian McCaffrey in the running game, but we also have to worry about him in the pass game, especially which always messes the Dolphins up. If it's not motions, it's the block and goes, where the running back will come in, block for a few seconds, give time, and go out on a route. Christian McCaffrey, I said it and I'll say it again, will be the reason we either win or lose this game. If we shut him down, we'll win the game. If we don't shut him down and he does whatever he wants on us, it's going to be a long, long game. So have to stop Christian McCaffrey. That being said, Who do I think is going to win this game between the Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers? I am not, and I will say it again, I am not worried about Cam Newton. And you might be like, well, that's stupid because he had 2 passing touchdowns last week against Washington, yada, yada. When I look at Cam Newton last year when he took on the Miami Dolphins, right, week 1, he was 15 for 19, 155 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. It was mostly their rush game that hurt the Dolphins. They won 21-11, and it was mostly their running backs, and it was mostly the rush game that hurt the Dolphins week 1 of last year. And then you look at the second game they played week 14. They lost 22-12. Kind of seems similar, but what the Dolphins did there is they limited what Cam Newton does with his legs. He was 27 for 17, 209 yards. Again, no touchdowns, no interceptions. So him passing doesn't really worry me. I think this Dolphin defense can limit him when it comes to if he just stays in the pocket and passes it. It's the legs that worries me. And again, Christian McCaffrey that worries me. This game is going to show if the Dolphins are serious about potentially making a push and potentially chaining together a ton of wins to have the talk come that Monday night game against the Saints. Could we be at 500? This is the game. Because when if Sam Darnold's still the starting quarterback, I would feel more confident. Not saying it'd be a guarantee because, again, their defense is still pretty good at stopping the pass. But now you add Cam Newton back, then it's a little bit different because Sam Darnold isn't great. We got in Sam Darnold's head, we can do it again. So this aspect worries me. And again, this is the game that, all right, you chain together 3 wins. Can you make it a 4th? This is the big one. If you get over this hurdle, then it seems, the Giants aren't as good, and then you already beat the Jets, and then all of a sudden, could you get to Monday night against the Saints 7-7? Because we just saw last night what the Saints are all about, and they have no offense. I know Alvin Kamara wasn't there, but they have no offense because they have no quarterback. So this is the game. It all depends on if they could stop Christian McCaffrey. That's all what it all comes down to. If they could stop that and limit them to just Cam Newton trying to throw it, and they can contain Cam Newton, they'll win this game. I'm going to say they win the game. I think it's going to be close, though. I think it's going to be really close. I say the Dolphins win 24-17. I think it's going to be a touchdown. They'll win. And I do think that, it's just going to be a hard game for Tua. Because, like I said, they have, the number 1 pass defense in the NFL. They really limit the opposing quarterbacks and what they can do. So this is going to be a big test, not only for the Miami Dolphins and what they want to do with the rest of this season, but also with Tua Tagovailoa. Can he play well against a team like this? So I'm going to pick the Dolphins to win, like I said, 24-17, but I think this is going to be a tough game. Again, if Sam Darnold was still their quarterback, then I don't think it'd be as tough, but that's my prediction. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. If you're a Panthers fan, what are some things that you guys need to do to beat the Dolphins? Dolphin fans, did I miss anything in my 5 things? And what are some of your predictions? Comment below, and I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments of the day. So Anthony hit me up in a DM on Twitter and asked, could it be part of comment of the day? I said, sure. What do you got? And it was a good question. He asked me if we could only sign one this year, would you prefer Agba or Gesicki? That's such a good question. And it's a hard question for me to answer because Emmanuel Agba has been doing a lot. Now, everyone looks at sack numbers and, that is what's important to them. How many sacks did the defensive end get? How many sacks did the defensive tackle get? How many sacks did this guy get? Oh, he didn't get him many sacks. Well, he sucks. And Emmanuel Agba has consistently been batting balls down, consistently getting pressure, consistently helping out on that defensive line, and he's been about his contract. Season started, training camp started, he went to training camp. And then you have Gesicki, who has just been consistently getting open, consistently making catches, consistently helping this team. And the offense needs so much more help. I'm only going to pick Gesicki for that aspect, that the offense is struggling so very much that I would pick Gesicki over Agba, but I'm re-signing them both. If I had it my way, I'm giving them both a new contract. We have the money to do it. I'm giving them both a new contract. But if you gun to head, you have to pick one. The offense is struggling more than the defense. I'm going to re-sign Gesicki. But what do you guys think? Who would you have to choose if you can only choose one, Agba or Gesicki? I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say. But that is the video. I am excited and nervous for Sunday's game. I will be live for this one. I won't be going to the game, so be live 1 o'clock. My dad will be here, so the both of us will be watching the game. Hopefully we pull off this win. Hopefully we can chain them together, get to 5-7, then 6-7, and then 7-7, and then 8-7, and 9-7, and 10-7, and make it to the playoffs. It's a pipe dream, but that's what we're fighting for now. That's what we're rooting for now. Just keep chaining them together. That's all that matters. But other than that, guys, I hope you had a very awesome Thanksgiving. Now it's on to the Christmas season. So I hope you guys, and to, I think Hanukkah's coming up in a few days if it hasn't already started. So all my Jewish subscribers, happy Hanukkah, early or late. I apologize if I'm off a little bit. But other than that, guys, I'll see you Sunday. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.